transmitting to Central and Southern Africa on 4965 kHz in the 60-meter band. And streaming online at voiceofhope.com. This is Strategic Communications Group's Voice of Hope.
Welcome to Wavescan, the international DX program researched and written in Indianapolis by Dr. Adrian Peterson and in Los Angeles by Ray Robinson, and produced in the studios of WRMI Shortwave in Okeechobee, Florida by Jeff White. This is edition NWS 834 for release on Sunday, February 23rd, 2025. On the program today, the pre-communist shortwave radio scene in Shanghai. The second part is Steve Tanney's talk about being the CFRX QSL manager, and our South Africa DX report from Andre Hoos.
This is Andre Hoos with the third edition of the South Africa DX report, coming to you from Johannesburg. This is a special travel edition with a focus on the French Overseas Department of La Réunion, or Reunion Island. I traveled to Reunion in January and used the opportunity to explore the radio scene on this beautiful tropical island. Reunion lies just north of the Tropic of Capricorn, with Madagascar 680 kilometers or 420 miles to the west, and Mauritius 173 kilometers or 107 miles to the east. Reunion is an integral part of both France and the European Union, despite being 9,200 kilometers or 5,700 miles from mainland France. In fact, the flight route from Paris, the capital city, is the longest domestic flight route in the world. Infrastructure and road signs on the island are decidedly French, with patisserie omnipresent. There is no doubt when moving around the island that you are in France, despite the hot tropical climate. The island has a population of just under 900,000 people. One of the most active volcanoes in the world, the Piton de la Fournaise, is located on the southeastern side of Reunion. The island's west coast has many beach resorts. The interior is known for its three cirques, or calderas, and there are picturesque Creole villages and high mountain peaks in all three these cirques. Over 300 waterfalls cascade down the lush mountainsides, which are covered in thick subtropical rainforests and cloud forests. All radio broadcasts on Reunion are FM, with even the smallest villages having good FM coverage. I counted 33 FM stations in Saint-Denis, with most being commercial radio stations. Some examples are 100% Jazz on 104.9 MHz, Radio Melodia, a classical music station on 92.3 MHz, and RTL Reunion on 107.7 MHz. Some other commercial stations I heard while scanning the FM band in Saint-Denis include Urban Hit on 89.9 MHz, Capital FM on 90.2 MHz, and Cayenne FM on 106.9 MHz. As one might expect, French public radio service France Inter is present in all big towns and cities on La Réunion, with what appears to me to be the same programming as you would hear in France.
Il est 19h, vous êtes en direct sur France Info. On est en édition spéciale.
France Inter is on 98.8 MHz in Saint-Denis. Another public broadcasting service, La Première, dedicated to overseas French territories, is also present on FM all over Réunion. La Première serves 11 overseas regions and departments of France with 9 radio stations, each dedicated to a specific overseas French territory. An interesting fact about Réunion La Première is that it also serves the territory of French Southern and Antarctic land, known by the acronym PAAF in France. Réunion La Première can be heard on 89.2 MHz in Saint-Denis. Réunion La Première can also be heard on 102.1 MHz in a tiny village in the Cirque Salazie that I visited, called Elbourg. A regional commercial FM station serves the Cirque Salazie. It is called Salaz FM. It transmits on 106.6 MHz in Elbourg and can be heard in various towns in the Cirque Salazie, and also in larger towns along the east coast, such as Saint-André and Saint-Benoît. There are no medium wave transmissions on Réunion. However, at night, medium wave broadcasts from nearby Mauritius can be heard quite clearly. I heard BBC World Service on 1575 kHz, Mauritius Broadcasting Corporation, NBC, Radio Mauritius in Hindi on 819 kHz, and NBC Radio Maurice in Creole and French on 684 kHz. I was also able to do some shortwave DXing while I was in Elbourg. The location was ideal. The village is at altitude, about 1,000 meters high, over 3,000 feet, and there was very little noise. Here is my reception report for Elbourg on 14 January 2025. Voice of Wilderness from Tashkent, Uzbekistan at 1417 UTC on 9330 kHz. Male voice talking Imperium, SIO 353. Radio Fiber from Kuwait at 1427 UTC on 9990 kHz. Persian music, SIO 454. BPM time signal from Kuching County, China at 1429 UTC. Morse code ID and voice announcement in Mandarin Chinese, SIO 353. China Radio International in Bengali from Kunming at 1432 UTC on 11610 kHz. Female voice, SIO 555. CNR6 voice of Shenzhou from Nanning at 1433 UTC on 11775 kHz. Chinese pop music, SIO 333. There was interference from another Chinese station, CNR1. NHK World Radio in Burmese from Yamata at 1434 UTC on 11815 kHz. Male voice, SIO 555. Voice of Vietnam in Japanese from Hanoi at 1439 UTC on 12020 kHz. Female voice talking, SIO 453. Radio Réunion International in Russian from Tiganisty at 1440 UTC on 13690 kHz. Romanian folk music, SIO 555. And lastly, World Music Radio from Aarhus in Denmark at 1452 UTC on 25800 kHz. Music, strong fading, SIO 252. If you have any comments or would like to request a QSL for the South Africa DX report, you can contact me at andre9@staff.com. It is ANDRE, the number 9 at DUCK.com. The reception reports of the La Réunion special feature will be confirmed through an eQSL with a picture of La Réunion.
The International DX program researched and written in Indianapolis by Dr. Adrian Peterson and in Los Angeles by Ray Robinson. Next week, Radio Australia in Gaza. And our Japan DX report from Yuki Kotsuji. Wavescan is heard weekly on WRMI in Florida, Voice of South Africa in Zambia, and IRRS Italy. Please send reception reports directly to any of those stations. Podcasts of this program are available through Wavescan.podomatic. That's PODOMATIC.com. Your comments or suggestions are always welcome. Just email Ray or me using the address wavescan@yahoo.com.